Dogfight.
Going forward, there are a couple of winners and a couple of losers.
firm over there.
Hi everyone, alongside Mike Trossel, I'm Dave Giancola. Thanks for joining us again for another U.S. Open Classic finish. The 2004 U.S. Open returned to Shinnecock Hills, the only course to host the U.S. Open in 3 different centuries. 2 South Africans with strong U.S. Open pedigrees, Retief Goosen and Ernie Els, were in the final group, but they were being chased by 2-time runner-up Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, Dave, surprisingly, Els fell out of contention early on Sunday, but that cleared the stage for a duel between Goosen and Mickelson. Following a bogey in number 10, we joined Goosen on the 11th hole as he looks to extend his one-stroke advantage on Mickelson.
He's hit this ball high. He's turning it right to left. Left of the hole.
Wow, that's a quality shot. That's the best shot we've seen. Look at that shot. Man, what a shot.
Goosen off 2 bogeys in the last 3 holes, right back with a great shot. And that's right there about as much as you're going to get out of Goosen.
He knows how great a shot that was.
Maggard at 13.
And the second shot on the way, 113 yards. This whole location is just incredible. There's a mound between the hole and that bunker, and that is a wonderful shot right there. Jeff Maggard 1 over par with that birdie opportunity. Retief Goosen has just hit it close. This tournament, the championship, is not over. A lot of golf, a lot of shots that they'll be praying for him as they fly away. See, the scores have gone up incredibly today. We'll be right back.
Out to 13.
Well, this just earlier, this is a U.S. Open round. Jeff Maggard has hit 5 fairways, 5 greens. He's had 16 putts in 12 holes. Happy Father's Day, that one goes in. Moves Jeff back to even par.
Well, Jeff and his wife, Michelle, expecting twins, Murph, in September. In fact, Michelle flew in last night, 6.5 months pregnant with twins, and the doctor says the due date is even a little earlier than September.
That's a great putt there. He's doing some wonderful things today around the greens.
Else at 11.
Just about 10 feet. Uphill, should wiggle a little bit to his right.
Else with a much-needed birdie gets to +3. And over to 12. Mickelson.
Very poor tee shot here. Not only was it crooked, it was quite short. He's got 205 yards. The lie is decent at best, but it looks to me like he is going to try and gouge it out and maybe run it up just short of the green or even on.
This is a dangerous shot. Got some stuff that he's got to thread the needle here.
You got a lot of clump on the ball.
What a shot. Stop though. You always want to keep the ball in front of the green when you're in trouble. Always try to keep it in front if you can't get on.
Who knows what kind of swing it could be. This for birdie, for a 2-shot lead with 7 to play. Mickelson in trouble a little bit over at 12, so it could be a bigger swing than just 1. Who knows?
Roger?
Well, it's a short putt, but not an easy putt. It's got movement to the right in it. And if you come out of it a little bit or power it, you can miss this putt without that much trouble.
The shadow that'll be over the hole or the edge of it.
Well done. He was the coolest of players under pressure. We found out about that at Southern Hills, especially with what happened, Johnny, at the 72nd hole. And the next day after that, well, it can only be described as bizarre. What happened, the 3-putt, it looked like Goosen was going to win the championship. Sink involved in that.
That could have ruined his career if he hadn't won that playoff, literally. You don't usually get a straight up pillar, 2 putts to win the Open, and have that happen.
Well, here comes Spencer Levine, the amateur, up 18, is second, currently in a tie for 12th. And Levine, whose dad, Don, said he was just absolutely striking it coming into this championship, turned out to be a prophet because Spencer has indeed. So this is a nice little Father's Day deal going on here with Spencer and his dad at the U.S. Open. Last top 10 by an amateur, 1971.
Mike Spencer carries 1 wood in his bag.
Goosen, the leader by 2 now at the 12th.
Got the driver out. Wind blowing left to right. This ball starts down on the left, cutting toward the center, right center. This should be good.
He's swinging really well,
He
Roger.
really is hitting a lot of quality shots, John.
At Southern Hills, where he won, his right elbow was a little bit more flying away from his body with trail coming down, and he could double cross it. And now he puts it right where he's supposed to, halfway down in the downswing, right into the slot.
Up behind the green, Mickelson.
Can't afford to make too many bogeys unless he's going to birdie some.
Pretty sure, Johnny, he does not know that Goosen birdied back at 11. This is not a bad lie back here, though. There's very little green. He's going to have to play this ball through the closely mown area, just short of the green.
You almost have to pretend in your mind that that's not fringe, that it is green. You know what I'm saying? It almost acts like green, that part of the grass where he runs it up. But it'd be easy to come up short here.
Just gets up on top. So Mickelson a chance to stay at that 2 under number. This is some touch here.
Let's take a look at this. It's a nice little shot here, close up. So he keeps that left, well in his case, right hand firm, doesn't break down.
Blessed with such good hands in this sport. Done things from short game perspective to just no one else in the game simply has ever done. Earlier this month, American gymnast Courtney Kupets capped off her amazing comeback from that Achilles tear suffered last summer by capturing a share of the national championship next Saturday, part of the field there at 8 Eastern time for the U.S. Olympic Gymnastics Trials. A little pressure in that venue.
If I try to do one of those, I'd be in traction the rest of my life.
Fred Funk for birdie at 12.
6 over today. +4 for the championship.
Yeah.
Finally.
You know what, this is really quite a story, even though Funk's going to come up short here today. A former golf coach at Maryland in the mid-'80s. You look at that leaderboard, he's the most unlikely name on it.
He's a player, I'll tell you.
Boy, you think he couldn't sell that 3 to Phil Mickelson right now? Jeez.
Yeah, Fred Funk, he's got the kind of game that's perfect for the Open, though. He has a very simple swing, sort of like a halo, and keeps his right elbow right against his side, and it's just a simple swing. But this is an important putt. Mark?
It is. I think he'd like to have gotten it past the hole, so he was putting back up. Not an overly difficult putt, not a lot of break.
Kind of par putts in U.S. Opens that win championships.
Didn't realize. 193, 11 down.
Well, I think he read it like you did, Mark. It started inside right and it broke all the way across the hole.
We talked about that swing that would have been perhaps between Goosen on 11 and Mickelson in 12, and it's happened. The lead is now 3.
I think he hit a perfect putt for what he read, and it really broke for some reason.
So Mickelson, 2 bogeys in the last 3. go to 18, pick up Spencer Levine. And how big has this performance been for this 20-year-old amateur? Top 15 exempt into next year's U.S. Open. As his dad looks on, by the time it shakes out, he's currently tied for 12, top 8, get invited to next year's Masters. What a week it has been for Spencer Levine.
That's great stuff. That's a heck of a round today, I'll tell you that. Dusted a lot of pros, I can tell you that.
Spencer will see at Pinehurst #2 next year.
Yeah.
14.
Jeff Maggard from the right rough. Cannot shoot at the hole location today. It's right front. Just wants to put it over to the left. This is going to be real good. It's going to actually be on the green. We haven't seen many of those here. That hole location just to the right of it is a big slope to the left. Back to 12.
Else.
166. Decent lie in the rough. Wants to go, came out soft, didn't jump at all.
Ernie has played a lot of golf, hasn't he? He's hopscotched all over the world. This is the 6th straight tournament he has played. Some have been critical of him playing too many golf tournaments around the world, but
Well, maybe he emulated his hero, Gary Player from South Africa, who traveled more maybe than anybody in history in any sport. I think it's pretty safe to say.
Well, frankly, I think the golf course flustered him a little bit today. I think the golf course got under his skin some. This now from 159.
It's almost a birdie shot, huh?
It is. He's throwing this ball against the wind just right to the hole.
You can play these shots. They're not impossible, but you got to hit really quality shots. That's all there is to it.
well, no rest for these guys. Just still battling this golf course. Goosen's lead, biggest of the day at 3, a chance to add to it.
Slice putter, Roger.
Not yet, a little bit. Not a lot in it, John.
Phil's broke pretty good at the hole. Coming the other way. There's that break at the hole, but he saw a lot more than Roger saw.
Barring in from here is going to get it done. Most cases. Maggard.
For a birdie. He's made 3 bogeys and a double today. Still even par. Still in the tournament. To 16.
This a moment ago. Steve Flesh's second shot here at the par 5. It's been the second easiest hole on the course today. Chases it up through the opening. He would go on to make that putt for an eagle 3 to move to 6 over par for the championship. Number 13.
And Fred Funk in the fairway, 137 yards. This has been such a difficult shot. Mark, to get the ball up in the air. If it lands in the front, it goes dead backwards.
Phil's going to be watching this one closely, I think, Murph, to see how it reacts up there. Wasn't a very good shot to judge by, though.
No, that's a very difficult shot, ideally. And Phil said, I've been thoroughly prepared now. Ideally, put the ball out to the left of the hole, maybe even a little long. It will come back. There's a steep rise to the left you can see over Phil's shoulder.
I think he has a little advantage in that he's on the upslope. He's just 121 yards. He can draw it back toward this whole location.
Round mound between himself and the hole. That's a good play. Hit right in that mound. Well done. He did his homework. Phil said this is not going to be like Augusta where somebody can shoot 67, come from behind and win the tournament. Boy, was he right.
Jeff Maggard, tee at 14, elevated tee, coming down the hill.
And he is still in this championship at
Yes, he
even
is.
par. But that's not going to help. That's right behind that tree, maybe just okay on a downslope. He could be really outstanding because he'll tell you, he sort of will tell you like it is, and that'd be refreshing in itself. So but that's a tough job. It's one thing to talk about tennis, another thing to talk about politics. But he'll be interesting to listen to.
13.
Oh, darn. Starts right, going right. Not good here.
No, that's trouble. Shake of the head. Wind blowing right across him today there, Roger. Come forward to the green. Funk's bunker shot.
Rock probably, Bob.
I'm telling you, it's amazing, and this is going to just continue to go. I don't know how far.
Look at his club. He got a little powder burn on that one, I think.
The players can't imagine that they can hit a bunker shot as high as he hit that and have it land. And you could hear it up in the grandstands when you hit the green. Let's go to 18.
And the two-time U.S. Open champion Lee Jansen finishing up here. This for birdie.
And to break 80.
Last man to come back and win this championship at Olympic in 98. He broke Payne Stewart's heart that day and won for the second time. 5 behind Payne Stewart.
I tell you what, it's nice to make that birdie to shoot 79.
MetLife Blimp, Snoopy 2, high above Southampton, providing the beautiful shots of this 104th U.S. Open Championship, approaching the 6 o'clock hour on a beautiful day on Long Island. While we have a chance, let's go to Jimmy Roberts.
Dan, thanks very much. And as we have mentioned several times, Father's Day, and a couple of people who were lucky enough to spend the day together, Spence Levine, his dad, Don, his caddy today. What a remarkable performance for you. 8 over par, 75 today. Have you ever seen a golf course this hard? I mean, I know you're only, 20 years old?
That was easily the hardest golf course I've ever played today. It was quite a bit harder than the first 3 days. It's almost like it was a different golf course today. I played Oakmont last year in the U.S. Amateur, and this was actually harder than that golf course. And I've never seen greens this fast. These were the fastest greens I've ever seen by about 3 or 4 feet. I mean, you're hitting putts uphill that roll 5 feet by and you just tap them. I mean, I've never seen, it's literally like putting on like a hardwood floor. Almost, it is.
Did you surprise yourself a little bit this week? I know you're obviously a very confident young man, but still to shoot 75 on a day like today, when the numbers are much, much higher than that, it's pretty good work.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you see a 75 by your score and you feel like you play pretty good. That doesn't usually happen very often, but I'm very pleased with my week. It's great. I had a great time. This is great first Open. It's awesome.
All right, well, congratulations to the both of you, and we'll see you at next year's Open. Let's go out to the 13th hole.
Thank you, Jimmy. Phil Mickelson having a good look. This is a very makeable putt, but it does rip off to the right, just at the last.
It's hard to believe, Murph, but Levin's round was one of only 11 rounds of 75 or better today.
Wow. Well, you know it. I mean, the folks at home certainly have got a feeling now as the day has progressed that it's just bewildering trying to figure out even 3 and 4 footers. My goodness. Birdie to get within 2. Yes, sir. You can feel it in a lot of ways. Phil Mickelson definitely has done his homework. Fred Funk, by the way, holed it from the back of the green for his par. How about that? Watch the crowd in the background.
That's neat, huh?
Now we can watch Fred Funk's putt that I was talking about. He's a gutsy little guy. He just doesn't want to go away. Thank you very much. Let's go down to Roger Maltby, please.
Chief Goosen's driven the ball on the fescue grass here at 13 and 116 yards to the hole. Does not have a good lie. I've seen worse, but I don't think he can play at the hole. I think he's got to look at that opening with the left. Hope he can get it up in there. And it comes out dead left. Dead left, this ball is.
Oh, wow. Wow. So all of a sudden,
Well, Murph, the roars you might have heard in the background posting the Mickelson score around 18. And so word has filtered up toward the clubhouse. And we go to Maggard at 15, 137 left.
Tough to get this the right distance. It's got to be short, you'd think, from that lie. And it's way short, and it's kicked it to the left. But he does have enough green to work with. That's a pretty good miss, really.
T at 14.
a fairway that only 1 in 4 guys have hit. Phil choosing 3 metal there. Ideally, put it right at that bunker over his head, Johnny.
He's going to play that going draw. You can see he's set down the left side and going to hit it with that power hook.
Wind is blowing left to right.
Wide right there. That's a pretty narrow shot. What a shot.
Big time golf shot under that pressure.
Well, he rode the wind, like you said. A little advantage being left-handed there. Get a going hook.
He's played a lot of shots. He's played shots into the wind and with the wind. And
at 15, Maggard working from the bunker. He's in third by himself, 4 behind.
He's had a lot of great stuff happen to him on the putts he's made. Long bunker shot.
Came out a little hot.
That ball was definitely a rock. Did you hear the click it made? And it came off with actually overspin. These bunkers, in case you didn't tune in earlier, are full of little pebbles.
See how Maggard has fallen off.
Roger Maltby, what do we see?
Well, we could have a situation that Retief faced back on the 5th hole where he doesn't try to put the ball on the green. He has missed all the tall grass, and that's where the gallery has blocked in front of these grandstands, so he has a clean lie. That's not the problem. He's pitching into the wind, which helps, but this is a terrible angle to play from. It's very difficult to hold the green going in that direction, so he may just chip it in front of the screen.
Now, you don't want to go over because it falls down some 25, 30 feet away. As we pull back, just over that bunker there is a slope that goes pitching straight down to the hole. You cannot throw it up in the air and stop it on the green if it lands in there.
Could be a big swing here with Mickelson's birdie on this hole and possibly a double bogey here.
Oh, you're not kidding. It already is a big swing, isn't it? He's taking a short, choppy little swing there, Roger, and he's looking straight at the hole.
Maybe you try to skirt that bunker and hope you can get it on the right front corner, but I don't believe you can do that. I really don't. He's got 37 yards to the hole.
Trying to put that mental picture in his mind before he goes.
He's making big ones. Look like he's going to try to flop it up in the air. Which he's done. That is a beautiful shot. Wow, what a beautiful play.
can't hit it any better than that from that position. If he took a small bucket out there.
Well, let's take a look at that. Fooled our announcers a little bit, being that good. So come down here, flip it up there, see how he cupped his left wrist, and look at how high he looked to see this shot. That's just perfectly played. Those are the kind of shots that can win you another Open Championship. It's not over yet, though, obviously.
Maggard from another bunker, his fourth.
A ways away for bogey. He's had a wild round, hasn't he?
There's been a lot of wild rounds out here, but Maggard in particular among the leaders. Mark your calendars for Sunday, July 11th. Nextel Cup Racing from Chicago. Sunday, July 11th. Ernie 113.
The second shot just came up short, as so many have today. Ernie is just not in the shop today. He's having a rough time. And back in 14 fairway, Phil Mickelson leaning on the bag, having a good discussion about the shot.
Two great drives, huh?
Two terrific drives, Johnny. To reset here, the whole location is right front, and to the right of that is a pitch that goes, there you see it, it'll go to the viewer's right, just kicks dead right.
Just right here, it goes this way.
Yes, goes right to the right, down to the hole. So you want to stay away from that because it's just so firm over there. I've seen a lot of shots just pitch right over the green.
Hey, Murph, by the way, Maggard made that bogey at 15.
Wow.
Yeah, he's at +1.
What would be the perfect shot, Murph?
Well, if I had the opportunity, I'd be 10, 12 feet left of the hole.
And underneath it?
Yes. Yes, underneath it. Big hop. That's a wonderful shot. He can make it from there. He's probably worried that it backed up more than that, but it's okay.
Well, they're cheering so much, you can't tell really where it is. I mean, anything airborne, they're going to get excited.
Well, they're cheering because they've been sitting here for a long time and haven't seen many good ones. Fred now got a good look, good feel, good lesson from that shot. It's that same hop. Not bad, didn't quite bounce as he expected. Now back to Goosen for a par, and write this one down as one of the best you've ever seen.
You're not kidding there. Putting out from about 6 feet doesn't do a whole lot. Hit a beautiful third shot, obviously, Murph, but got a little fortunate to that ball and it just short and hopped straight up in the air. If it had bounded out forward, pretty good on his first hop.
Right.
I think it would have gone across the green.
Yes, it definitely would have. I've seen guys putting from the back area there and putt it right off the green.
At no time did that look like a par.
It never looked like a par. In the rough, in the gallery. Watch how this ball just finds the edge. Whew. But it's okay now. And up by 14 green. Fred Funk now, Mark, from the front, taking away a few pebbles off the putting surface there.
Well, this will be about, I think, Phil Mickelson will have a good look at, Murph. On a similar line. Should turn left as it gets up to the hole.
Yeah, it really does. As a matter of fact, The shots I've seen from here, or putts if you will, they have gone up, and then all of a sudden about 2 feet from the hole, it really starts to slow down and it just rips off to the left. Big sigh of relief there from Fred. Having a look.
He saw just how much that broke, and Fred hit it pretty firm, Murph.
Yes, he did. He tried to take a little break out, but he's left himself some 5 feet. Now for par, from a position that I've yet to see a person make a putt. Phil got a very good look at that.
These greens redefine the word LAG, don't they, Murph? I mean, you just can't afford to say, I'm going to make it and knock it that far by, because you might miss this one and knock it 5 feet by the other way, Funk might. You know what I'm saying?
I do, Johnny. I've played the tour for 36 years, and I've never seen a faster green than this one. Goosen now on the tee at 14.
Fifth time he's used an iron off the tee today. Very well. This is a good-looking shot. Starts down the left side, cutting toward the center.
It's a beauty.
Johnny, I've always felt like Phil Mickelson was a better putter on putts that had a lot of break to him than he was actually a straight putter.
Well, he's looking out to the right. Feed it in there.
Hard enough? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Don't you know he thought he made that one?
Looked just like Goosen's putt in the last hole, and his went in, and Phil's limped out.
Wow, let's take another look at that as it rolls up.
And Phil says, I can't believe this doesn't go in.
See how far out he plays it, and it is dying. Tilts a little to the left, but refuses to go.
Mickelson has been so close in this championship through the years. Close today, and also close a couple of years ago at Bethpage. Remember this putt down the hill at the par 3 17th? And the noise they made for Phil, one of 2 second places in this championship. Is today his day in the U.S. Open, as you saw his birdie putt roll in there at 13. Crowd around the green at 18, waiting for the outcome of this 104th U.S. Open Championship, the 4th in history staged here at storied Shinnecock, and shaping up into a dramatic ending. Goosen on top by 2. Mickelson just barely missed making his second straight birdie to perhaps pull within 1, but they remain the only 2 players under par as we get back out to 14.
And Ernie Els is in trouble.
DED dead. This is just a pitch out. Hack out, actually. Okay, stays just in the first cut.
What a big turn of events, Roger, when Retief was able to make that par back on 13 after Phil made birdie.
You know, Bob and Roger, Goosen's only hit 5 greens out of 13. It's not like, but the nice thing he's done is his good ones have been real good. Have you noticed that, Raj? The ones he's hit good have been birdies.
I agree, and his bad ones have been pretty manageable. You know, he's managed his ball well. He hasn't really put it in places that you just can't do anything.
Just 2 times, what, 5 and number 13?
Right.
There we see greens in regulation 14 first round, 11, 11, and 5 out of 13 today.
I think that's why Kirk Triplett stuck his tongue out, because if you're not right on the top of your game, you might only hit 3 or 4 or 5 greens in regulation out here.
Yeah, it's so abnormal because even when you hit a good shot, it's so hard to capitalize on it.
In between, you just got to think about where you want to be.
Caddy just said, let's think about where we want to be. That's the other thing. You don't shoot at a lot of pins, do you, Roger? You just try to get it on the green if you can.
That's exactly right. And he said they're in between clubs here, so they're still debating.
Right.
Mickelson, tee at 15. 4 holes left.
Gotta hit this fairway. Into the wind.
Very high shot. Gonna come down real soft, but at least in the center.
Oh man, just right dead center. Great shot there. Because that fairway drops down 58 feet from the tee, and that wind's got plenty of time to gobble it up and do something nasty to it.
Back to Goosen at 14.
He selected a 9 here.
Wind is left to right, slightly down the hole.
Did he come out of it a little?
Well, he's got it going right, going at the bunker. He catches that greenside bunker. I think that's a mistake there, John.
Boy, that's buried too.
Buried. It is downhill from that bunker to the hole.
Just, you talk about an unforced error, McEnroe. That is it right there.
I had to keep that ball left of the hole.
That was a bad shot. He's not going to have much stance either, Roger. It doesn't appear. Well, he pulled a mystery out on the last hole. Going to need a lot more magic here.
Man, you talk about a gift to Phil. That was it.
That was a mental error, even going anywhere around that hole. Ernie next.
That's from 124. Bringing it in a little right to left.
There you see the kick that we're referring to. That landed, of course, 5 or 6 yards short of the green. Up to 16.
Jeff Maggart second, 247 yards. Take an iron and chase it down there, but it's going right.
Got a puff of dust. I haven't seen that one before.
I haven't either, but that is not good in the primary cut of rough with a very bad angle to shoot at the flag.
Take a look at Retief's scorecard. Started out with a beautiful birdie on the first. 3 bogeys, and then came back with another bogey. He is not going to like this pancake fried egg when he gets there.
Well, like I said, he'd be a good poker player because he just walked up to it like,
okay. The goose is not going to like that egg.
No. Especially not fried.
This has to go up fast. It has to come out very soft. And out of a fried egg lie like that, I don't know.
After the last hole, you hate to make a call now, huh, Rod?
Well, I tell you what, I remember yesterday, Phil made an improbable play at 17 from a very live. This one looks even harder than that one.
Ernie now going to chip it up, putt it up.
This through almost 30 feet of fairway here.
There's an idea of the speed, so you can really imagine just how difficult this bunker shot will be.
Roger, I asked Gary about an hour ago what he thought these greens were running, and he did a little bit of a Bill Clinton. I was just curious what you think they're running.
I'd say they're up over 13, in my opinion. It's certainly in spots, well over.
Certainly this green is.
Yeah, you bet. One thing I noticed about Retief, when he does miss a green, he looks at all options. You can see his eyes looking, oh, where do I land it? What if I put it over here? He's thinking about where I want to miss it, where I want to putt from.
He's definitely looking left there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's trying to play left of the hole here. He's just trying to set up the next shot. He's not going to try to play it at the hole, I don't believe. Uh-oh.
What was that? Didn't even take any time once he got over the ball, right?
He was just trying to pop it out and just let it run and scoot to the front left part of the green, but didn't carry it far enough, obviously.
Oh, and he's left the same terrain right in front of him. Mickelson.
Maybe an opening here from 120.
Be careful, it's tough front right hole location. Oh yeah, birdie time.
And with the troubles that Goosen is having at 14, it just got really interesting.
Yeah, you could have the lead after this hole.
Back to Goosen at 14.
Well, Roger, he's taking a look at 2 or 3 options here.
Kind of a nasty little line ball above his feet.
Yeah.
And of course, he's going to have to land this well short and well right, and just hope it creeps onto the green.
Definitely has to pitch it 6-8 feet out to the right of the hole. Hard to imagine, but that's how fast that green is. Let's go back and take a look at the 3rd shot here, Johnny.
Watch this, just picks it up, and when he just sticks it in the ground, no follow through whatsoever. It just caught that last little bit of rough. He's playing it to the left to be smart, but he hit way too far behind it. He hit like 6 inches behind the ball. On that little explosion, you want to hit about 3 if you can, so it'll pop up and out.
Yeah, if you're going to hit that far behind it, you need to have a lot more speed than he had there.
Yeah, you can't quit on it.
Well,
it's got very interesting real quick. It was already interesting.
Yeah, but 2-putt here for double, and then Mickelson would just 2-putt for par, and we'd have a tie game here.
Yeah, Mickelson's got a very easy birdie putt. Just he played the hole perfectly.
That would give him the lead. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here.
There are some birdie holes. There's some real exciting exchanges that are going to go on here, and then the next hole, and then the 5-par, which you can make eagle on.
Murph, this putt has to move a little bit to the right as it loses speed, does it not?
yes, it definitely does. The last 2 feet, it just rips off to the right. What I've seen most is that the player who gets it to the hole, he misses it on the top left side, and then, Roger, it goes 4 and 5 feet past the hole. Very difficult putt.
Oh, this looks good.
Oh, my. What a save. How about those 2 saves at 13 and 14? 14, albeit a bogey. Kept his cool, stayed right with it. Boy, oh boy. Well, his lead is down to 1, up to 16.
The birdie putt for Jeff Maggart. Very quick, moving left early and then back right at the end. Just get it started. Here it comes down the hill. So Maggart with some work left to remain at 1 over. Back to 15.
Where Mickelson has a birdie putt to tie for the lead.
He has looked at it from every conceivable angle, Johnny. There is not much break to it.
I mean, you can't get a much better spot than where he is right now to make a, what is it, about a 8-foot birdie putt, 7 foot?
Yeah, I'd call it about 8 feet.
Had a birdie at 13, barely missed the one at 14. Another good look here.
When I first saw him come out today, Johnny, I wondered if it was a coincidence that he wore a green shirt today.
Well, remember that little circle drill that he did and does every day? This is the same length that he practices.
Time for the lead in the U.S. Open. Mickelson